all you beautiful people out there. I am Mrs. Realistic. Welcome once again back to the channel. I've gotten a few requests to check out Bill Burr, and I believe it's Women Failed the WNBA. This was the only video that I could find of it, but it's called Women's Sports, What Men Think But Can't Say. So I don't know whoever uploaded this. Maybe that's the title that they came up with, but I think it has to do with women's sports in general. I really like Bill Burr's stand-up comedy for the most part. I agree with a lot of the stuff that he says. If you like what I do, please don't forget to like and subscribe, drop a comment down below, click the bell for notifications so that you will always know when another video comes out. And if you'd like to do a donation request, there is a link to my PayPal in the description down below. Without further ado, let's get into it.
I saw a woman a couple months back, professional soccer player, right? She goes on to ESPN or one of these sports channels, and she starts bitching, going like, I don't understand, how come female athletes don't make as much as male professional athletes? And all of these men had to sit there and act like they didn't know what the answer was. They had to sit there like dumbfounded, like, I don't know. Why is that? Literally, I'm sitting at home screaming at the TV because you don't sell any fucking tickets! Nobody is going to women's soccer games! You're playing in a 20,000 seat arena. 1,500 people show up. That's not a good night. The promoter lost his fucking ass on that gig. I'm not saying no professional female athletes, Serena Williams, the women in the UFC, you know, but nobody's watching your fucking sport. And then you're gonna come and you're gonna get mad at fucking men. They keep doing that shit. Why are you yelling at us? It's not our fucking job. It's not my fucking job to give a fuck about women's soccer. Okay? I have men's sport to pay attention to. This is, it's your bullshit, right? Dude, look at the WNBA. Nobody in the WNBA got COVID. Nobody. They have been playing in front of 300 to 400 people a night for a quarter of a century. Not to mention, it's a male-subsidized league. We gave you a fucking league. None of you showed up. Where are all the feminists? None of you went to the fucking games.
It's true.
None of you. You failed them. Not me. Not men. Women failed the WNBA. Ladies, name your top 5 all-time WNBA players of all time. Come on. That's it. Name 5 WNBA teams. Name the WNBA team in your fucking city. You can't do it. You don't give a fuck about them. They play night in and night out in front of nobody. It's a fucking tragedy. Right? And then meanwhile, you look at the Kardashians. They're making billions. You know those Real Housewives shows? They're making money hand over fist because that's what women are watching. And the money listens. You don't want to watch this shit? You watch this shit? They just shoot it over there, drowning these whores in money. Purses and shoes and Botox. It's just raining. It's raining money.
Yep.
Yeah. So, the money listens. You'd rather watch that shit. Real Housewives, bunch of women just tearing each other down. Well, maybe that's why your husband left you. Maybe that's why your husband left. That's why you can't have kids, bitch.
I don't watch either.
Your ass is as flat as your titties, bitch, right? That's the message you sent. We would rather watch that than see a bunch of women come together as a team and try to achieve a common goal. We would rather watch them absolutely fucking destroy each other. Yeah.
Women are catty.
No. And then in the end, you come back and you fucking yell at guys. And it's like, all right, so let me get this straight. I have to buy you a drink, stop the axe murderer from coming through the fucking window, and I have to watch WNBA games for you? Like, when are you going to pick up your end of the couch? Yeah. I don't have any sympathy for women when it comes to shit like that, because every study they've ever done to determine who's smarter, men or women, every study comes back and says women are smarter. Every fucking one. Ladies, you shouldn't be applauding that. You know I'm an asshole. You know this isn't gonna end well. Did he say I'm pretty? Oh my God! Get out of the relationship! If every study says that you're smarter, okay? The question you should be asking yourself was, we're so goddamn smart, how are we in the situation we're in? Well? You're in the situation you're in not because of guys like me, as much as you want to blame me. You know, ladies, you can't tell me you never drove by a sports bar on a football Sunday and looked at the humanity in there? All those dumb guys with their big beer bellies bumping shit. Hey, he's on my fantasy team! Up top! Yeah! Want to get some more mozzarella sticks? Yeah. As a woman with your bigger brain, you never looked in there and thought to yourself, I'm fucking losing to that? I'm losing to that. Yeah, there's nothing stopping you other than the fact that you guys are just into destroying each other. No, now it's gonna get quiet. I see all that sneaky shit you do. Ladies, if you could just support the WNBA the way you support a fat chick that's proud of her body and is no longer a threat to you, you know? That league would be doing better numbers than the NBA.
Well, yeah, he's right. Women are super catty. For the most part, I've noticed over my almost 50 years on this earth that the majority of women seem to do things for other women, not for men. And when women say, oh, I do it for myself, but then they can't go to the grocery store without like a full face of makeup and their nails done. And I don't know, it seems real contradictory. And I've been through that phase of my life too, it makes me feel better about myself. But I think that you have to be happy with yourself internally, inside, like the whole like excessive lip filler and Botox and all that kind of stuff. I don't believe that women do it for themselves. I believe they do it for other women, because 9 times out of 10, any kind of comments that I've seen, it's always women talking about how just being horrified that they're aging. And I don't ever hear men talking about how much they hate seeing their wife age. I mean, unless maybe they're a complete a-hole, but any sane man that I've talked to, including my husband, absolutely hates this homogenization of women. Everybody seems to want to look like Kim Kardashian. All their faces are looking the same. And I think it's because of a discomfort around other women. I see it in almost every office that I go into. It's like a competition between themselves. This is a relatively new trend, I think. Aging has become vilified, and God forbid you have wrinkles when you're 50 years old. It's the same as female athletes thinking that they need to make the same as men. He laid it out perfectly. They don't bring in the revenue. People aren't really interested. If women are so outraged about it, then they all need to be going to these basketball and soccer games. I personally hate sports. I don't watch sports. Thankfully, neither does my husband. I don't watch the Kardashians or Real Housewives. It's absolute trash, and I can't even stomach watching it. That's the reality. That's what women watch. And it's become so pervasive in this culture, it almost seems like it's leading those trends. Eventually, I think the regular human form is going to be an oddity. Oh my God, can you believe that woman can move her eyebrows? What is that about? That's kind of where I see the trajectory going. I mean, let's be realistic. Soccer's not really big in the US or Canada. You go over to like the UK or Italy or something, that's where soccer's really big. So it's really not that surprising that women's soccer isn't really that popular here. But there are many sports where women do make more money and are more popular. I was looking into this a while back, and I forget, we were having a conversation about it or something. And so I was looking up sports in which women actually make more money. And surprise, surprise, beach volleyball, because they wear the little teeny thongs and little teeny bikinis. and they use their own sexuality to sell this sport. I think kind of the same goes for female gymnastics. It's much more popular than male gymnastics. I don't know what the pay scale is there, but there are many women who have done extremely well in sports. Sometimes you just can't compare apples to apples. You have to take into account the sports that people want to watch women in and the sports that people want to watch men in. So thank you, Bill, for laying it out for all of us. I hope all of you out there are having a wonderful day. And as I always say, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.